Ruler of all in the Greek Pantheon, Zeus was considered father to both his fellow gods and the humans that lived under his rule. Hello mortals, and welcome to Pantheon Mythology. Today let's explore the background and the life of Zeus, king of the gods. But before we begin, do yourself a favour and smash that like button to transcend to godhood. Zeus was brought into the world by the Titans, Cronus, a power-hungry, paranoid deity, and Rhea, ruler of nature, female, fertility, and motherhood. She was also his sister, but let's just say interfamily relations were the norm across most mythologies. As the youngest of six, with Demeter, Hestia, Hera, Poseidon, and Hades all preceding him, he never had the opportunity to meet nor bond with his siblings, the poor lad. The reason behind this was because Cronus was given the heads up by the prophet that one of his children would eventually come to overthrow him and take his throne. Cronus obviously did what any responsible father would do in this situation. He ate his children. Delicious. Unsurprisingly, their mother, Rhea, was fed up by this point, and when her last child was born, she devised a plan to fool the child eater. Now Cronus had a bad habit of swallowing his children whole. You should always chew your food to avoid the risk of choking, which meant he didn't realise he was handed a rock in a blanket, rather than his sixth and final child, Zeus. Zeus was then sent to Crete to be raised by nymphs and the goat mother, Amalthea. Once reaching manhood, Zeus and his legendary beard returned to his father disguised as a cupbearer, someone who serves wine. Without knowing that his son was still alive, Cronus drank some dirty, tainted wine, which led him to be sick, expelling his innards and all the children he had eaten all those years ago, fully grown. Zeus was then able to convince his newly reborn siblings to fight with him in a battle against the Titans, known as the Titanomachy. A few lightning bolts later, and the Titans were defeated and imprisoned in the deepest layer of the underworld, Tartarus. After this war and the probable wild celebrations that followed, Zeus and his brothers Poseidon and Hades drew straws to decide who would rule the sky, the sea, and the underworld. Hades got the short straw, literally and figuratively, earning himself the underworld. Poseidon the middle straw, so he got the sea, which left our boy Zeus with the long straw and the sky. What luck, eh? Or perhaps it was rigged. We'll never know. Now Zeus, with his flowing locks, hairy face and muscular physique, was a little bit of a player. Despite being married to his sister, Hera, like father like son, Zeus wasn't shy when it came to shooting his thunderbolts all over the place, if you know what I mean, having many affairs with both deities and mortals. Clearly, equality was important to him. He fathered Ares, Hephaestus, Hebe, Eilithyia, with his wife/sister, but notable children he had outside of his marriage were Athena, Heracles, Perseus, twins Castor and Pollux, and the 9 Muses. In total, Zeus had 26 children, and unfortunately, he wasn't considered a good dad. Although who could blame him given his own father was hardly a good role model. According to Greek mythology, Zeus became obsessed with creating life, both humans and animals, and tasked Prometheus and his brother Epimetheus, 2 titans that didn't challenge the big man during the Great War. Epimetheus took care of the creatures while Prometheus created man, shaping them from mud, while Athena gave them life. Zeus, being the paranoid leader he was, withheld fire from the mortals, thinking that with fire comes power and with power comes the ability to disobey or even challenge the gods. Prometheus, however, loved his little creations far too much to let them go cold, and wanted to give the humans a means to survive the harsh realities of the earth and, cook food so they could eat. Without the king's blessing, the naughty titan stole fire from the heavens and gifted it to the humans on the surface, and with some teaching the humans began to thrive. Zeus was not a happy boy, obviously, as Prometheus had betrayed him and as punishment would chain Prometheus atop a mountain where an eagle would come and devour his stomach on a daily basis. As an invincible being, his guts would regenerate every night, and thus the never-ending cycle of painful, organ-eating self-replenishment would continue forevermore. Zeus also had his son Hephaestus create Pandora, the first woman, however that's a story for another day. The tale of Zeus and Prometheus is one of the more famous myths within the Greek Pantheon, although it is just one of many. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to go over them all. His reign did not last forever. As we should all know by now, his most powerful child, Kratos, ended his life after dismantling the entire Greek pantheon before moving to the Norse realm. Or is that perhaps an alternate reality? All jokes aside, Zeus was a god. He was the god, and therefore immortal. Some claim that he retired the throne, but his fate was never truly resolved. The Roman era came in and they in turn created their own deities based on the generations before. Zeus therefore became a myth. He is, however, without a doubt one of the most iconic figures across all mythologies, with countless others being inspired by his legend. Are you a fan of Zeus then? Let us know your favourite tale in the comments below, and also who you'd like us to cover next. Hey, if you love mythology, and chances are you do if you're here, why not check our clothing brand, Pantheon Apparel, featuring clothing inspired by mythologies, folklore and legends from around the globe, including Norse, Egyptian, Japanese, Aztec and of course Greek, along with many more. I'm sure you'll find something you love. As a bonus, if you use the code Zeus at checkout, you can save 20% on all orders and will know you came from this video. The link to our website will be in the description below. Thank you for watching, and take a look at this video on the screen right now. Or face the might of the gods.